What's up, y'all? It's Tommy here with Everyday Finance, and today I'm going to be talking about a home buyers program that I recently found that's helping people with low to moderate income and bad credit be able to purchase a home. So if that's something that interests you, be sure you stay tuned. All right, now I don't want to make this video too long. I kind of wanted to give you guys the Cliff Notes version, and if you guys want me to go more in depth on this topic, then just throw it down in the comments and I don't mind shooting another video. Now, basically what this program is called is the NACA purchase mortgage program, okay, or mortgage purchase program, excuse me. And basically what it is, it kind of enables buyers to be able to purchase a home with no down payment and no reoccurring closing cost, okay. Now, the other great point, the reason why I wanted to even bring this up to you guys is they don't even use your credit score to base their decision on, okay. I thought that was something that was a game changer because they're going to be more focused on your finances and it's more of like, it's a nonprofit and they want to just try to get you ready to be able to purchase a home, right? They want to first, they're going to prep you and then boom, they're going to try to get you into the home of your dreams, right? There's a few caveats, right? It only works for first-time home buyers and it's going to be a lot longer of a process than you're typically going to see with a standard mortgage, right? Again, they're going to have you go through a whole process of sort of like giving you education, and then they want to see a lot more documentation, obviously, because they're not going to be looking at your credit score. And on top of that, they will be asking you to do a little bit of volunteering. From the way I understand it, what's going to happen is once you've been in the program and let's say you've gotten a house through NACA, then they're typically going to want you to volunteer for NACA, right? So the dope thing about that is people who are working in NACA, this nonprofit, there are more than likely people who have used this program to get their own loans, okay? So they're great. They're going to be great resources for you, especially if you're someone who's trying to be in that situation. Now, whenever it comes to the pros of this, right off the bat, the first pro that I saw was the low interest rates. You know, the interest rates on NACA mortgage it's going to be usually less than the rate for typical other low or no money down payment programs, but I saw it as low as 1.875. Okay, and this is off of their website. Now, borrowers do have the option to pay down the interest rate even more. I would definitely, that's something that you can find on the website, a little more information on how to actually go about getting that, right? Now, besides that, they also have no down payment. So with the NACA program, you know, you're able to buy a home with no down payment, right? So you're able to pretty much finance 100% of the purchase price of the home. And the idea behind that is NACA's trying to make, buying a home more affordable, right? Because think about it, one of the biggest things the biggest expenses you have, and even whenever I've been telling people, hey, you want to buy a home, that's what you got to have in your mind, right? You need to have 20% down. Some programs will take 3.5%, as low as 3.5%, but you want to always aim for 20%. If you think about it, 20% of a $100,000 house is $20,000, right? But how many of us live in areas where you can buy a house for $100,000, right? Not a ton of us, right? So typically you're going to be paying, you might be paying in a $300,000 to even up to $1 million, depending on what area you're in, right? And that can equal a lot of money. So the fact that they do no down payment is great. The other thing they do is no PMI, so no private mortgage insurance. Typically, whenever you work with companies where they are having a really low down payment or next to no down payment, like VA loans and things like that, you're typically going to have to pay private mortgage insurance. That basically is just like insurance in case you default, right? In case you stop paying. And the NACA program doesn't require any borrowers to even pay that, and this is great because it just means that your monthly payments are going to be a little lower, right? Typically, the way other programs work is they're going to charge you something up front. So you pay a upfront insurance fee, and then you're paying like a monthly insurance fee on top of that. Now, if this is making sense to you guys and you're enjoying this video, you're getting a lot of value out of it, be sure you hit the like button so I know that this is the type of videos that you're looking to see, okay? Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you a little bit about the cons of NACA. And towards the end of this video, I'll even jump into where you can find other types of loan opportunities besides just this, especially for someone who has a lower credit score. Now, the cons, one of the cons is going to be, it's a lot of info and time intensive application process because they're going to expect a lot more information from you because, again, they're not basing it off your credit score. They're going to want to see a lot more documentation, right? They're going to ask you a lot more questions, and it's also going to be time intensive because there's an education portion to this, okay? So it's going to require a lot more than you would see with your typical type of loan. Now, just an example, borrowers are required to provide a personal financial budget, right? As well as debt payment and cash flow history, right? So it's all these different documents that they're going to want to have you prepare. And, because of this type of level of involvement, their mortgage process can take a lot more time than the traditional mortgage process, which it can kind of put you at a disadvantage, especially if you already found a house that you're trying to get. But I have heard that there was even news they were posting on their website, and I saw in other forums that they're kind of finding ways to kind of speed up that process as well. So it more than likely will be a lot faster than it probably was in the past. Another con is the upfront cost to actually close your mortgage. Now, you don't have to actually, like I mentioned, you don't need to have a down payment, but there is certain other expenses that expect you to have, right? You won't pay the regular closing costs, but you will have to, there's a lot of funds that you need to have. They want you to pay for 1 year of the property tax and homeowners insurance, in advance, right? So they want that money for you to send that money in. And the great thing about it is, like, I think the way they're looking at it is they want to have as much of this stuff off your plate. So it's kind of like you're kind of easing into home ownership, right? But yep, nonetheless, you will have to pay that. And they also want you to pay like an earnest money deposit. And I think this probably more so is like, they probably have to deal with some people who maybe they were kind of like on the fence, right? And they weren't really putting their all into it. And so now if you put in earnest money, you are now more committed. That's just kind of like really general business, right? If you give somebody something for free, they're not really going to respect it as much as if you make someone actually pay for it. So if you're putting down earnest money, it's going to make you want to actually follow through. Now, in terms of earnest money, though, once you close, you are refunded that money. Okay. So once you're actually closing, you get all that money back. It's just more so to make sure that you're committed. Now, another issue is going to be the loan limits. Okay. When I was looking into this, I saw that they have their loan program actually caps the amount that your mortgage amount can be. Now, right now, it looks like their mortgage amount is a limit of $484,350 for a single family unit in most states. Some states are going to get it a lot higher. I was seeing like some locations, like for example, I know one of them was like Hawaii, but there's other locations out there would go as high as $730,000, roughly around $730,000. Now, this is going to be in only those high cost areas, and so it's going to depend on whatever area that you're in. You want to go look on their website to see if you qualify for those things as well. Now, I was also seeing that they were mentioning on the website things about multifamily properties, right? They'll give a larger loan for multifamily property, which to me was great because it means that you might even get the opportunity to start investing, right? Get into investing with these guys. But keep in mind, guys, this is only for your first home, okay? This loan is specifically for your first home, okay? So that's going to be the gist of it, guys. If you want to find out about other loan options, I shot a video on different types of other loans for people with bad credit. I'm gonna link to it down below in the description so you can check out. But let me know what your ideas are about this, whether you think it's good, the NACA loan is good, and if you're someone who's used this and you've gone through this program, tell us your experience down below so we have an idea. I want to just kind of do like a group think. We're all kind of thinking about it and everyone's kind of giving their input so we can figure out whether this is something that's good or not. And if you guys find this stuff interesting, I'll look for more programs like this to be able to bring out to you guys, especially for those of you guys who are looking to buy a home in the near future and aren't sure what direction to go to. Okay, so that's gonna be the gist for this video, guys. Make sure you throw a like on it if you find this information valuable, and make sure you hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of my future videos. Okay, so that's it for now, guys. I'll see you at the next one. Peace.